Welcome to the Transfer Your Balance 101 training series. My name is James P. Shea, and in this video, I'll be demonstrating how to use your line of credit to borrow cash and credit non-stop for 51 months using 3 different balance transfer offers from 3 different credit cards. But before we get started, I just want to say that this training is mainly focused on 0% APRs. This means that we'll need a credit score of 700 points and up. So if you look over here, the green area is 700 points up, and this should be 0% APR balance transfers. So we have a 0% APR for 18 months with a 3% fee, another 0% APR for 18 months, 3% fee, and this is a 0% fee plus a 0% APR for 15 months. So anyways, a 700 score will get you those 0% APRs. If your score is a fair score, 699 or less, then instead of getting a 0% APR, you could get a 1.99 or a 2.99 plus the 3% fee. So it's a little bit more money if your credit score is below 700. So if you're close to 700, it wouldn't hurt to get all your credit reports, see if there's any errors you can get fixed, or see if there's something you could do to boost your score. So with that said, I heard that one of the most effective ways to teach on any subject is to tell your audience what you're going to teach them, then give them the lessons, and then tell them what you told them. So that is how I try to structure all of my videos, and that includes this one. So the first 2 slides will help me to explain to you how I will do 3 balance transfers using 3 different credit cards that will last 51 months. Okay, so although this is the first slide, I want to go to the next one because I can better illustrate what I'm talking about on this slide. Right down here, you can see this Chase Slate right here that we wrote a check for $2,000 using a Chase Slate balance transfer. So right up here, this is our offer. We wrote a check for $2,000. We have a credit line of $2,500. But we got a 0% fee because we did this balance transfer in the first 60 days. And we also get a 0% APR for 15 months, which means that every month that we get a bill, it's 100% to pay off the bill. There is no percent interest that we have to pay any more than, in this case, none, 0%. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make our payments. We decided that we're going to borrow the money right here. We're going to borrow the money because we want to go to Experts Academy. Experts Academy is $2,000, but it will teach us how to do an online training series like this one. So I already went to Experts Academy and I learned how to structure a training series like this and created this balance transfer training series because I went to the Experts Academy. So anyways, we're going to borrow the $2,000 to go to Experts Academy because in the next 5 years, we want to be making money online. That's my goal. And so in order to do that, I need to learn how to do an online training series and somehow figure out how to get paid for it. In this training series, I'm hoping to get paid from commissions from credit card applications that offer balance transfers from people like yourself who are doing this training or checking out this training if you decide to do the training. Okay, so back to the balance transfer offer, $2,000, $50 a month payment. So we'll make $50 payments for the first 14 months. On the 15th month, we need to transfer this balance because after the 15th month, our interest rate is going to go up to 12.99% instead of 0% or the next offer, 3% for 18 months. So 3% for 18 months is a better deal than leaving it on Slate. So we're going to write a Discover card check for $1,300 and do a balance transfer. So we send the check from Discover Card to Slate on the right day from the Transfer Your Balance 101 blueprint, and we don't owe Slate any more money. We paid them before the 0% APR offer ended, and so we're done. So now we have a $1,300 balance on Discover Card. I also decided that I needed to borrow some money because I want to take some more training. So we paid Slate $1,300. I put another $1,000 in my checking account. So now we're borrowing $2,300 on this Discover card balance transfer. The fee is 3% for 18 months. So that comes out to $69. So our starting balance on the Discover card will be $2,369. Okay, so then we'll make payments for 17 months at $50 a payment. On the 18th payment, we're going to write a balance transfer check from Bank of America, and we're going to pay off the Discover card before this 0% APR ends. So as long as we pay off the 0% APR before the 18th month ends, before the 18th closing date, there is no more money to pay them. Okay, so the balance transfer that we did from Bank of America is right here. It's $1,519. I had to calculate it based on, for the training and the numbers that we're using in this example. So the $1,519 balance transfer is going to cost $46 for the balance transfer fee. So 19 and 46 is 19. That's 25, and 40 is 65. So our new balance will be $1,565. So we're going to make 17 payments at $50 a payment. And on the 18th payment, we're going to need to do another balance transfer. So since our money is on Bank of America, that card's out. So we will do a balance transfer from either Slate or Discover card. So while we did this balance transfer, these two credit cards have been sending us balance transfer offers. So now that we need to do a balance transfer offer, we go through all the offers that we have. We separate them from the ones that expired from the ones that didn't expire. We pick the best offer. We'll say Discover. And then we'll do our next balance transfer. So that is how we can do balance transfers nonstop. So from this example, and this is just a fictitious example, we have a $2,500 credit line, a $2,500, and a $2,500. So we have a total credit line of $7,500. When we do balance transfers, we need to keep our balance transfers less than half. So doing this balance transfer like I'm doing here is a safe margin. You could also probably do balance transfers where you got, say, $2,400 on this one and maybe $1,000 on this one, and then you can transfer this one to that one and then wait a few months, and then they send you balance transfer offers and transfer this one to that one. There's different ways you can do balance transfers. The more cards you have and the higher the credit line, the more flexibility. But in the end, if you cannot transfer your balances, if you max out all 3 credit cards, you cannot transfer any balances. When these offers expire, you'll be paying some of the highest interest rates in the industry. And so the reason why I created the Transfer Your Balance one-on-one training series and did balance transfers for 18 years was because I always was able to transfer my balances, and they were always an excellent deal. 3 to 5% average. Okay, so with that said, why don't I just back up a slide so I can, again, tell you what we just did. So you're going to see how we can borrow $2,000 from Chase, interest-free, a 0% fee in the first 60 days, plus a 0% APR for 15 months. So for 15 months, we're borrowing $2,000 for free. Okay, you can get this deal if your credit score is at least 700 or higher, and if you apply for Chase Slate and, you got a good paying job and they approve you. So if they approve you, you'll get a 0% APR for 15 months, plus you'll also get a 0% balance transfer fee if you transfer your balances in the first 60 days. Okay, so as you just saw, we started out with a Chase Slate balance transfer for $2,000. Then we made $50 payments for 14 months, and on the 15th month, we paid it off with a Discover card balance transfer check. Okay, we also wrote another check, put it in my checking account for $1,000. Okay, then we made $50 payments for 17 more months, and on the 18th month, we did another balance transfer, and we paid off the balance using this Bank of America balance transfer offer. Okay, this balance transfer offer, we made the payments on for another 17 months, and on the 18th month, we needed to do another balance transfer. On the 18th month, this is 51 months after we started. We had to pay 3% for $2,000, and then 3% for $2,300, and then 3% for like $1,500. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, we need to transfer this balance, and so it's going to either Discover or Chase. Whichever one has the best balance transfer offer when we're ready to transfer this balance is probably the one we'll choose. Okay, so these 2 slides are my introduction to doing balance transfers, and I hope to see you again in the next video. But until that time, good luck and God bless you.